Meet Persian. When you look at this Pokemon, what do you see? For most players, the answer is not much. It seems as a forgettable early game normal type. A Pokemon you might catch as a Meowth, evolve, and then probably deposit into your PC for the rest of the game. Its design is simple, its stats look painfully average, and it seems destined to be an outclass by the likes of Snorlax, Tauros, or even the Eevee evolution. For decades, that's been the consensus. Persian is a stepping stone, not a destination. But what if I told you that dismissal is one of the single biggest misjudgments in Pokemon history? What if, for one brief shining moment, this elegant feline wasn't just fireable, it was a monster? What if I told you that hidden within the game's own broken code was a secret that transformed this simple cat into one of the most terrifying and unstoppable sweepers the game has ever seen? This is a story of how a perfect storm of flawed mechanics created a legend, and how that legend had to die to be reborn. The perfect storm. To understand the monster, we have to travel back in time, back to the wild, unbalanced, and ferociously broken world of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. In Generation 1, the rules were different, and some of them were barely holding the game together. While most of Persian's base stats are utterly forgettable, including that 70 in attack and that fragile defense, one stat stands out as truly elite: a blistering speed of 115. In the original games, this was faster than almost every majority threat, including Snorlax, Zapdos, and even the fearsome Tauros. Only a handful of Pokemon like Alakazam, Jolteon could outspeed it, and in Gen 1, speed was everything. It wasn't about just moving first. The game's critical hit formula was directly tied to a Pokemon's base speed. The faster you were, the more often you land a staying critical hit. This is where Persian's secret weapon comes into play, the move Slash. On its own, Persian's high speed gave it a respectable 22.5 chance to crit with any move, but Slash was a high critical hit move, which in Gen 1 multiplied that chance by a staggering 8 times. Do the math and you get a result that breaks the game's logic: a 99.6 chance to land a critical hit every single time Persian used Slash. It was all but guaranteed. Now, a Gen 1 crit wasn't just the double damage we know today. It was far more sinister. A critical hit in Red and Blue completely ignored all the opponent's defensive stat boosts, and even your own offensive stat drops. Think about the dominant strategies of the era. Your opponent brings in a Snorlax and starts using Amnesia, doubling its special stat until it's an unkillable tank, or a Claystar uses Barrier,
making its physical defense sky high.
These were the titans of the meta jet game. To anyone else, they were impenetrable walls, but to Persian, they were nothing. Persian's guaranteed crit slash didn't care about their boosted stats. It sliced right through them, as if they weren't even there. It was just a fast cat. It was the ultimate answer to defensive strategies, a guaranteed wrecking ball that could dismantle an entire team. The Fall and Revengeance. Then in 1999, Pokemon Gold and Silver arrived, and with them came a new dawn for the world of Pokemon. But for Persian, it was the end of an era. Its reign was over, not with a big bang, but with a quiet line of corrected code. The developers fixed the game. The critical hit formula was completely overhauled, severing its connections to the speed stat. Crits became a standardized flat rate for all Pokemon. Persian's guaranteed crit slash was gone forever. Suddenly, Persian was just a fast cat with a weak 70 base attack. That near 100% crit chance plummeted to a measly 12.5%. Without the crits to bypass its low damage output, it was exposed for what it was, a fragile attacker that simply couldn't hit enough for years. Through multiple generations, Persian became competitively irrelevant. It was a ghost of its former glory. A trivia question: a perfect example of a Pokemon nerfed into total absurdity. But a cat has 9 lives, and Persian's story wasn't over. It just needed to reinvent itself generations later. Its original Kantoran form found a new, smaller purpose, with the hidden ability Technician, which boosts the power of weaker moves. Persian carved out a niche as a specialist. Its Fake Out now boosted became a tool for reliable priority damage and guaranteed flinch, causing trouble for opponents' leads. It was no longer a game-breaking sweeper, but a cunning tool. With the release of Pokémon Sun and Moon, Persian was reborn. The Dark-type Alolan Persian offered a completely different take on the classy cat. Its new ability, Fur Coat, doubled its defense stat, transforming a once frail Pokémon into a surprisingly bulky physical wall. Combined with a moveset built for disruption, it became a premier support mod. It used Foul Play, which calculates the damage using the opponent's attack stat to punish powerful foes, and it had an ultimate pivoting move, Party Shot, allowing it to weaken opponents before safely switching to a teammate. This new identity was so successful that it landed a top 4 finish at the 2017 Pokémon World Championships, proving its competitive worth once again on the biggest stage imaginable. Persian's journey is a mirror for the evolution of the Pokémon franchise itself. It began as a secret, unintentional monster born from a perfect storm of broken mechanics and clever exploits. It was a product of a simpler, more chaotic time. After its fall from grace, it spent over a decade in the competitive wilderness, a relic of a bygone era, but it refused. It reinvented itself, not once, but twice, trading its brute force, game-breaking power, for cunning, specialized roles. The story of Persian is a testament to the hidden potential. It's proof that sometimes concealed beneath the most plain and unassuming exterior is the secret to breaking the entire game. It teaches us that power isn't always oblivious. Even the most forgotten Pokemon can find a way to become a champion. It's more than just a cat, it's a legend.